And we are back with round number 4. I'm once again Peter Plank, and I'm joined by
me, Florian Schimpl. Hello there.
And we are talking about the match between Andreas Leopoldseder against Christian Neutz. I think they are both undefeated, 3-0 in the tournament.
He's Andy Leopoldseder.
And he's Andy Leopoldseder because undefeated is Andreas Rehling. So shout out to Andreas Rehling at undefeated with
nice
Andy.
name.
Yeah. And Christian Neutz, famous for playing elves in our community, but usually playing like value elves or some kind of interesting brew. And we have 7 kept by Andreas Leopoldseder.
Yeah, really nice. And now getting life totals on the board, that would be just supreme.
Especially in this matchup where life totals are actually relevant.
I mean, come on, boys.
But I don't think we get them. I mean, it's a little bit my own fault because I could have looked it up, but yeah, if they are doing it correctly, but
It
definitely,
is what it is now.
yeah, definitely something to improve in the near future. So, how do you expect this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, Elves definitely has a chance if they can come on the board very quick, and Andy doesn't have that much removal. Okay, Fetch on the left. I just thought Queens on Scene for Savannah. Not that bad.
Nice play.
So now if Chino can stick his creatures on the board, he has a really good chance to win.
Yeah. I mean, it really depends on the first few turns, or if Christian can have something like, how's it called? Like the Viable Symbiote Elvish Visionary interaction, which would be really, really nice.
So, can we get life totals? Because I just wanted to put life totals on my handy on.
And yeah, handy is a German word, and smartphone would be the correct term. But yeah. Okay, prismatic ending was just googled if it can hit a non-land. If it can hit a land, but it does not.
No. So it's 19 on the side of Chino, I guess, and 20 on this side.
So are we that far into it that we are putting up like text on each side, like LT, right? Okay. 20 on the side of Andy. And we're putting another thing up there. Yeah. So how much are the life totals?
He should be at 19.
Okay.
The really strong turn there by Christian.
Okay.
Really got on the board.
Yeah, and now you have like no interaction besides like removing the Viable Symbiote, which is like the important card here, because he can just protect the Allosaur Shepherd, and the Shepherd like threatens to be lethal for the next turn. Because you have
some
like
dinosaurs coming at you.
I mean, it's not quite lethal, but yeah, it's actually not that far off. So it's like double fetching, or was it like a single fetch on the side of?
No, it was a single fetch. He played the Tundra and fetched on the walk.
Okay. So we have 19 on the side here, and 18 is still correct on the side for Christian. Okay.
So another fetch. Come on.
Another fetch.
Another fetch. Yeah, he brainstormed and fetched away. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Would be the thing I would do too. I mean, it's a little bit more intensive for us, but that happens. I mean, maybe in the near future we get something that can adjust it, but I have to program it myself. Which would be really nice because then you can just put buttons on your smartphone.
So ending on the symbiote, ending on the shepherd.
Okay. Then we get another shepherd.
So making 4 green mana.
Yeah.
Glimpse.
Making a glimpse.
3 mana remaining, yeah.
Yeah. And now we get to draw a few cards. Most likely.
So 2 mana. Playing
Birchler Ranger. Trigger. Drawing a card. 2 mana remaining. Was this another? Okay.
Quirion Ranger, yeah.
Drawing another card. Is it Heritage to it? Yeah.
That would be huge.
Tapping those. Playing a Heritage to it. Untapping, drawing another card. This is even a Grist, which is actually not that bad here, because you still draw a card because it's a creature spell.
Yep. On the stack, he's a creature, so you can't Force of Negation him.
Yeah. So tapping those 3, having 4 mana floating, tapping those 2 for 1 black.
Because of the Rangers.
Yep. Drawing a card. Then it resolves. Untaps the Nettle Sentinel.
Elves are just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean the problem here with the lightning is a little bit that.
Yeah, we cannot see the Grist.
Yeah.
But
we know
we know he's here.
Yeah. Now you tap like your 2 elves, play another creature spell. You have your Viable Symbiote. So it's quite nice. Okay.
I really like the older versions of Gino's Visionaries. And yeah, there you can see it. If he can stick his threats on the board and uncountable on the board.
Yeah.
Because of the Shepherd.
And you need the 2-for-1s on the side of Andy to get behind it, and especially remove important cards like Glimpse from the hand and the Mana Engine from the battlefield. And yeah, Gaea's Cradle is a really, really strong card here. So I can put the life totals again to 20 because nothing really changed and it wasn't that important in this match. So no, I'm not salty because of doing it.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. And we have Christian Neutz being ahead here, being 1-0.
So what is coming
in? You want a Progenitus, because like a non-removable threat that will kill your opponent.
Do you want another Endurance?
It may come in, but I don't really like it. It's like the chokes will come in.
Yeah.
I think it's just chokes and Progenitus, or maybe Endurances. Do you know what he took? There are Endurances at least.
Yeah, I guess it should just be choke, Endurance, and Progenitus.
Yeah, I don't think that you want the Archon in this matchup. I mean, Natural Lord is also a card that's quite dangerous.
I mean, if you have a Shepherd, then it's...
A Shepherd makes it a little bit less vulnerable. I mean, how there are still like stuff like Swords to Plowshares in response to the spell the Shepherd and Force of Will.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, I think Choke, as I said, Choke, Progenitus, and the Endurances should be the cards that got in. And I'm not sure about the Endurances, but I think Gina knows that Andy plays a lot of Snapcaster Mages, so it can be the card to play here. And it's an additional threat that doesn't really die to Plague Engineer and stuff like that.
What do you think is Andy boarding in? So Hidetsugu seems really good in the matchup.
it should be just Hidetsugu and Plague Engineer, to be honest. Serenity doesn't really do anything here. You have another out to the jokes if it comes in. Force of Negation is bad. Spell Pierce is bad too. Power Blast doesn't really get anything. Same as Hydroblast. Gravity is irrelevant, and I don't really think that you want to surgical something that has already been played.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the 3 cards, and stuff that can come out is like Coolagan's Coolagan's Command can stay in. Most likely will just be something like a Cling to Dust that will come out, and maybe the command and an iteration or stuff, or the hymns. I'm not sure.
It's tough. We have to ask Andy about
Maybe
the
you
cyber plan.
Maybe you bought down on Force of Wills because it's like because of the
Because of the shepherd.
because of the shepherd, yeah. 3 cards, 4 cards, 5 cards. Yeah, it's a pretty stoked hand. You have a turn 1 Swords of Plowshares against whatever he plays, and then
Turn to him,
I think. I mean, it depends if he has the lands for turn him.
Yeah,
I haven't seen if he has a Scrubland in hand.
I guess it was a Badlands, Scrubland, Fetch or something like that.
Because if it's Scrubland, Badlands, it's a really good hand.
Yeah, you play around choke.
True. And the good thing is like the first turn, I mean the Dried Arbor gets basically removed, and then you just get rid of 2 cards.
Okay, it was an Underground Sea.
Okay. So way worse.
So fetch 19.
Fetch 19. Thank you very much. I'm the life totals guy now.
Nice.
If you hear any
And
clicking, it's
sword.
my keyboard.
21. Let's go.
For
your
fuck's
job, man.
sake. Can we have not red removal, guys?
And no, it was Underground Sea, Tundra, and Badlands, I guess. in
Yeah.
that.
Still good enough. So get a Bayou, get 2 creatures, a Quirion Ranger, sure. And a Green Sun Zenith, no, a Birchler Ranger. So is
Or
this
was that a Plague Engineer?
I think so.
A Plague Engineer would be really nice now. Okay, him.
I mean, the hymn is better this turn.
Yeah.
Because it then allows you to have less cards in the hand of Gino.
So that one you can keep. That one you will discard. It was Abrupt Decay and Elvish Visionary.
Which is perfect for the side of Gino.
Yeah.
This was a Greater Hoof Behemoth, which was drawn.
That's a brick.
That's really, really bad.
You don't want to draw them.
So,
Or him.
is this a Spell Pierce? What the fuck?
So now, Plague Engineer. Yeah, Spell Pierce is a little bit
I don't like the Spell Pierce.
iffy.
It's like so bad against an Allosaurus Shepherd deck.
Okay, yeah, he floated the mana with the Rangers and the Quirion Ranger.
So he can cast Endurance, giving him back his cards. I mean, most of the time it's like pretty irrelevant to do something. Against control decks is a lot of time bad. Okay, we have like no fetch on the side of Andy.
No.
So he should be at 17.
Yep.
No Force of Will. Okay. I've got you. I mean, this game is pretty much game over. Am I right?
Yeah, he should be so much ahead. If Gino can't find an answer to the Plague Engineer, because Andy will never block him.
Yeah.
Block the Endurance with Plague Engineer.
I mean,
Now with the Baleful Strix, Gino can't even really attack anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you need basically like a removal spell for for the Plague Engineer. 19. And yeah, it will be just like playing stuff out every single turn. I mean,
Teferi.
Even Teferi here.
Okay, so he bounces the endurance, so he can attack for free.
Yeah. Get in the land drop, fetch, get in the Baleful Strix.
Yeah,
attacking for 3, down to 16.
No, you can't play the endurance, Gino, come on. There's a Teferi.
Okay, he doesn't even play the Baleful Strix.
Yeah, I guess he wants to have spell pierce up or something like that, if he has it in hand.
I mean, it's the correct thing to do.
Yeah, sure, because it's a random order.
Yeah.
But I guess no one really cares about that. Am I right?
I mean, not really. It depends.
Yeah, if you, I don't know, play against something like Fort Lash, and you have to have the, I don't know, Tassa.
Yeah.
On a certain position or something like that. I don't know.
It should not really matter. So, he got 3 and he got dealt 3. So, life totals didn't change. But yeah. I mean,
yeah, cool. Whatever. The Wild Symbiote will stick because it's an insect. Then Green Sansini for 1. That gets spell pierced, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still don't like it. It's like,
no.
You don't really want to have counter against, as we said,
especially non-creature counter.
I mean, there are good non-creature spells like Glimpse, Green Sansini, Natural Order, but those are the most, more or less the most important spells on the side of Christian. But Alashara Shepherd is just like too good.
He can even force survival symbiote.
And he even attacks Andy just to mess with me doing life totals. He should just give up.
Yeah, he's not coming back from this.
I mean, there is now in Hidetsugo. Or the Snapcaster Mage for the Swords of Plowshares. Please play the Hidetsugo. Okay, getting in for 3, down to 13.
So, Glimpse. Okay. That's he can
Snapcaster Mage for us.
Yeah. Oh god, that's double fetch. I hate it. I don't like.
No 3 mana open for La Opposition Agent.
And do you see this? White border dual land. He should get reported for that.
Non-matching dual lands.
Come on.
And no, we are not bitching. It's like Andy, and he knows that we are joking about this one. So
if you play white border, then you play burn.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, and how to commentate about this one is like pretty much game over. So we can't just joke around because like
I don't think Gino has really an out in time. So even if he finds an say S trophy or something like that, so you're not coming back.
Blocks the play. The Snapcaster Mage, okay, gets 4 damage down to 9. Now we get
another Strix.
And another Strix.
I mean, the good thing, Gino doesn't give up. He believes in his deck.
Should we rickroll our watchers now? But no. It's like attacking for another 4. Please, Andy, give us the win.
Why is this land so expensive? I can't get it. It doesn't even tap for mana. Okay, I don't think that was legal. Okay.
What the fuck
I
are
don't
they
know what is
doing?
going on. I think they're just breaking around.
Okay.
Just wanted to show the beautiful Creator Hoof.
I mean, it's a beautiful Secret Lair version.
Yeah.
It's like from how's it called, the Kids Foundation or something like that.
I guess Cancer Foundation.
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Well, like disabled kids drew cards, and artists refined the sketch drawn by the kids, which is like a really cool.
I think
incentive.
you can even get the sketch drawing.
You get both if you buy the Secret Lair. So if Chino would have had 2 Creator Hoofs in there, he would have had like 2 versions of Creative Behemoth. There was also like Muldrifter, and I think a 3rd card, which I
guess it was. It were 4 cards.
It were 4 cards.
I think there were 4 cards. Yeah.
At least Creative Hoof and Muldrifter.
Yeah.
And I don't know the additional ones. So yeah. So I mean, it really depends what the 2 guys are playing, but I still believe that Chino has it to win, because I still think that Elves is favored here, especially on the play. So if Andreas doesn't have the turn 1 interaction, I think he has to mulligan, like the turn 1 Inquisition or Ending or Swords to Plowshares. If he doesn't have one of these 10 cards, it's gonna be a rough one. And Prismatic Ending, unfortunately, doesn't kill the Dryad Arbor, which is, sometimes really bad, actually. So, depends.
Yeah, so just counter the Green Sun.
Yeah, just counter the Green Sun. I mean, Allosaur Shepherd is still a card to beat. And if Andy has like a double force hand or something like that, and is gonna play against Virtual Ranger, it looks dire.
So
and
that is certainly a hand of magic cards.
What Chino has?
Yeah, what Chino has.
What does he have? Like green cards and lands?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
I
a magic hand.
I didn't see any blue cards. Yeah. So it's a card full of magic cards.
So no Progenitors in hand.
Yeah. You would have got me there. Sure. It's a 5-color deck, so.
I mean, you haven't watched Magic when you haven't watched Elves hardcast Progenitors before.
Sure, with Virtual Rangers.
Yeah, with Virtual
it's
Rangers.
Possible, yeah.
But you need multiple Nettle Sentinels for this one. Because it's like 8 additional mana that you have to make with it.
So Andy on a mull to 6.
And this should be mulligan too.
Wow, that turned.
I mean, it depends what the 4th card is.
Yeah, there are 2 lands, an expressive iteration, a brainstorm, a baleful strix.
Do you know that?
And the spell pierce.
There is 1 dark card in there. Do you know this one?
Maybe it's the Plague Engineer. Hard to say.
If this is an Inquisition, it's a keep. Or it can be a keep, but otherwise it's not. So you fetch to a Quirn Ranger and pass. Most likely a Bayou here, because it doesn't really matter.
And he isn't playing any Wastelands. I guess you can't really play Wastelands in the 4-color deck.
No, I mean the
1919.
Okay, it should be. It was actually an Inquisition. So
1919 Peter.
It's so much work when you do live totals. I mean, I have to program this one. So.
Yeah, or the player should just put the smartphone on the table.
If they put the smartphone on the table, we don't have to do this actually. So. Should be something to do. I mean. Was this such a mulligan on the side of? Okay, no, the glimpse was taken, yeah. Glimpse off the top?
Search a Ranger.
Yeah.
Getting back the land, playing the land. Okay. Yeah, basically he did made 2 mana.
Yeah. Okay.
The best friends combo.
Was definitely a turn 2.
Yeah, with 1 land.
Triple land for the side of Andy.
And now there are 4 creatures on the battlefield. So it starts to overwhelm Andy.
Yeah. Is this a Heritage Root in hand? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The problem now is like the interaction between Symbiote and Elvish Visionary. But next
So
turn does look
bouncing-
good.
Yeah, bounce Visionary, playing the Heritage Druid.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep. Playing a land.
Playing the Visionary.
Playing the Visionary.
Draw a
Drawing a
card.
card.
I could play Elves. I totally understand the deck. And it's another land in hand.
So you have like still 1 mana left.
Yeah, there should be 1 green floating.
And then you bounce it. Untap an elf.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't function.
I mean, you still have 1.
Okay, yeah, with the Ranger.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I mean, okay, now you use the Symbiote.
But what does he bounce?
I mean, the Symbiote wasn't used, actually, so.
Yeah, I can't follow now.
Okay.
So did he bounce? Yeah, okay.
No.
Now he turned it around again because
Yeah.
he didn't bounce.
So
any
no
any
mana
of-
floating and pass the turn, yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
I mean, the question is, what do you do here now? Do you bounce? I mean, you make 3 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Now you Endurance. Because you want to have the acceleration here. And now you give up on... Or which of the 1-drops do you keep here? Is it the Sentinel? Because you can just bounce... Yeah, okay.
He's getting the Heritage Druid and
Yeah.
everything, but Visionary dies.
Yeah, and then you play an Endurance.
Mm-hmm.
And get rid of the graveyard of Andy.
No, of himself. Because
Of himself, okay.
Because the graveyard from Andy will exile itself from Hidetsugu.
Ah, okay,
in the
yeah.
next turn.
True. So Snap Custom Age Ponder is not an issue, or Snap Custom Age Inquisition of Kozilek.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to the next turn, draw a turn. Unfortunately, he's flooding a little bit.
So the Heritage Druid.
And
getting
attacking
in.
for 4. So I can adjust the life totals to 15 here. And here we see that Spell Pierce isn't good here because it has like so little targets. It's mostly a card that pitches to Force of Will most of the time, I think. But even though
So
Shepherd is-
basically just playing a Strix.
Yeah.
Getting a blocker in front of the Endurance. And drawing a Mentor is really good.
Manta in this spot is like pretty huge.
And I guess 18.
I guess too. But yeah, we now come into territory where Christian can hardcast his Archon.
Mm-hmm.
He needs just another elf from the top, and then he has enough mana for next turn. Is it another?
Endurance?
I think so. And another Endurance would be great. So I think you just play it and attack with everything.
Yeah, he has to bounce he has to block the Endurance. And next turn the Vessel of the All Consuming.
Yeah.
Is coming down.
Vessel.
But it has Summoning Sickness.
So let's see what he does. I mean,
Is it a Mentor?
yeah, it should be just a Mentor turn. You just Mentor Ponder, and yeah, then the game gets hard for Gino. I mean, the question is now if casting like an Archon on instant or something like that is good enough. I mean, it should be. Or do you cast it even on sorcery? But getting rid of something like a Swords to Plowshares would be good. I mean, the only instants in this deck are like Swords to Plowshares and Brainstorm and like the Spell Piercers.
Yeah,
which are
command.
And Call Against Command. And then it's basically game over. It's basically over with fetches.
So Mystic Sanctuary by begging the Ponder.
And now we get
an endurance in this bounce, I guess.
Yeah. Targeting the graveyard. Yeah. Still a Swords to Plowshares in hand.
Yeah, good stuff.
Monk token was still made.
And I guess Andy is shipping the turn.
Yeah.
And now we're in the current state where both are a little bit hanging in there. But I guess in favor of Andy a little bit.
Yeah. I think an elf off the top would be really good, yeah. Now you cast...
Oh, it's a cradle.
Nice. And here we have to hope that he called instant. This would break 2 cards in the hand of Andy, which would be pretty huge. Is this in Plague Engineer off the top? I can't see the card.
I mean, both are just top decking like superstars, if that would be true.
Yeah, it's a Plague Engineer. I mean...
Yeah, plot twist. He's saying Monk, but it doesn't do anything because it just affects the opponent side.
The opponent, yeah.
But Engineered Plague not. Engineered Plague affects both sides.
Yeah. Shepherd, drawing a card.
Oh, it's a Visionary.
Visionary, still drawing a card, yeah.
Cradle tapping for third endurance.
So good. And it means it was called instant with the Archon.
Yep.
And yeah. The question is now, what is Chino waiting for? Hardcast Craterhoof?
Maybe. So I guess an endurance, the Archon is blocked by the Baleful Strix.
Yeah. I mean, the whole hand is blocked from Andy. It's like beautiful.
Grist.
Yeah, should be Grist. The question now, I think it's just up to Grist.
Yeah, I guess you get yourself the insect. Oh no, he's sacking the endurance.
Getting
so
in for 4.
Yeah, he can get in with the Archon now.
I think is it a 4/6? Should be.
Archon of Whaler. Yeah, you're looking it up.
Archon of Whaler Reach.
5/6.
5/6 actually. So Andy is actually at 10.
Yeah, did he attack yet?
Yeah, he attacked last turn. It has Vigilance.
Okay. So by backing the Hemsatorak to getting rid of the second cradle.
Okay.
So is Andy's plan to overrun Chino with the monks?
Yeah, basically. He doesn't really have anything other than that. I mean, Andy's pretty much dead in 2 turns.
Yeah, I mean, there are not that much flyers on the side of Andy.
Yeah. I mean, it was only 1 spell this turn, yeah? So it would just give him like 4 damage.
2.
You just block 1 monk and the thing there.
Yeah, I guess the vessel didn't go in. It's a 3/3.
Okay. Yeah. So just 2 damage. So
And the Grist dies. Okay.
Everything at Grist.
Mm-hmm. So Archon again, putting him to 5. So 1 turn left. And let's see if Andy can figure it out. Yeah, I poked you. Come on.
Pinky. Yeah. But
Yeah, land isn't quite good. And it's 2-1 for Chino.
so good.
And he even shows him the Quirion Ranger.
Yeah, I actually like this match.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Hard cast Archon of Whaler Reach.
Yeah, come on. So the Cradle top deck into the Plague Engineer top deck, that was still not good enough.
Yeah. I mean, triple endurance against the Plague Engineer board, also really sweet. So yeah, I think.
Yeah, so he bought it in the Endurances, the Abrupt Decay, and an Assassin's Trophy.
And yeah, the Natural Order came out.
He didn't board in a choke. Interesting.
I mean, Andy has a lot of non-island duels, but I still like it.
Choke would have been good. I think that's definitely a matchup for choke.
Yeah, if you don't board in against such decks, the choke, you only have it for like back, because they don't really have the answers because of prismatic ending. Mm-hmm. But I still like that. I still would have liked the choke there. I think more than the abrupt decays and stuff like that. I mean, you need the abrupt decays for. I completely forgot to say you have to board an abrupt decay in Assassin's Trophy because of the Plague Engineer.
Yeah.
So, I think we're gonna end this episode or this round, and we will thank you for clicking on the next video, which will be like round 5. So see you in the next round. Bye.